my favorite one is like when you
doing it?
get drunk.
Did you guys win or lose? Again?
It's not real, but it is shitty.
I don't even know what it was. Anyway.
I'd like to give a shout out to Cameron, who will be worst.
As if I'm doing you and Kendall's game. Fuck.
Who's doing it with you?
Totally something.
I use both hands.
See how it goes.
No, I said, you guys had a good time. It was awesome.
You keep your skin until you don't need it. Yeah, last night, we're going to wait it today. Very, yeah, we got the luxury room. It's awesome.
We just gotta trust that it's going to we thought,
That's okay. But it should be.
Give breath.
I think it's like
If not, just make it up.
D. I think it starts 2D. You've sent it to me, oh, I don't know, 7 times.
You wouldn't need change your email.
You need to know. Yes.
This is so funny.
That's,
Where's
that's
Brent's?
live right now, eh?
What?
It's like,
No, it's not. Shut up. What? Okay. Where's Brent's bio?
you probably didn't add one because everyone knew.
This must take a lot of work. You're kidding. It's not live. Is it?
Yes.
Shut up. Oh my god.
Here.
So funny. Good luck. Don't lose.
Oh, yeah.
Talking right now. That would be me and Scott.
Right into the space.
I'm so nervous. Yes, just play it. Yeah. That was me. It starts in like 15 minutes.
Is this on the Halifax side or is this This would be some excitement, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
No, it's Brett McDougall and Chad.
guy was you must have changed. Last time you must have changed. Last time. Yeah.
This is your wife?
MacDougall and Steven. Okay, I'll do this. Hi, Mom.
8 months late. It's even the right one.
You're pretty well sure there.
You can probably hear it pretty good.
It just took me 8 months to get it. He was gonna mail it to me. Remember that? Like, I'll mail it to you.
Just looking at it, I mean, I would be in much better shape, obviously. But still, there's the one.
Another friend of his, a friend of his, went in here.
My mom's like, I thought I heard
And he got
voices.
just posting about the rest.
Yeah.
Then I think he must have up north.
Yeah.
And he and his wife, they had a child there. So he went to Nunavut.
And my
He
team
was there
tells me
6
I'm really
years.
good for it.
I think he signed up for a year, but he kept on signing up. But
Yeah.
he said he was making oozing money.
Yeah.
His wife got into the public service office.
Yeah.
She was making oozing. And they had all the, like, you get extra pay for the.
Yeah.
And then she was there for years as a choice.
That's right. If you stay 2 terms, which I think is 6 years or 8 years, you get to pick your spot when you come back. You can go anywhere you want.
He got into PCI.
Right. Do you know Matthew maybe? No. He played with Graham in juniors. They went to that together.
Oh, okay.
And then he played with Robar and those guys.
He played with Robert last year.
No. David Bachman came back and played with them. And he played on the... I just got my finger over. But anyway, that's what he did. He went to Northwest Territories.
I'll tell you, it's funny. I was talking to him this summer. I'd go back even now because he says it's so easy. Like the money I'm going to have from my retirement to be able to set up, or like he's got 2 kids now. Like he's at university and all that stuff. He's
And your
somewhat
pension.
set.
Yeah.
But he says, besides the pension, I'm going to have all this.
Compared to compared to an officer coming out of the RCMP making base salary, he's making way better.
Yeah. No, he's lousy weather, but he says it's not. It's different. Totally different. It's not
Well,
dangerous.
Tommy doesn't show up Wednesday to compensate.
Yeah.
Actually, I hope Tommy doesn't show up now because it's 1 week.
Tommy, I hope you don't show up. And I just hit a pimple. We're doing okay. I love my coach.
So we're going to say your coach is down there.
Yeah.
Coach will meet your
Next
stick.
talk.
Yeah.
He's
There
at
you are.
109.
Yeah.
We don't
I'm getting a police check on him.
we don't say a whole lot when I get these on. I'm lucky to say sweet.
They just say like
No.
if we happen to be red, we just have to flip.
Did I throw that bat again? No. I'm sorry.
And basically at the end of every inning, just plug in
Start the car!
like 6. But then to update it, you have to hit that.
Just say your goal for the first 10.
But it's a much different world that they're doing that stuff right now. Back in the 90s, the only people getting shot were
Yeah, just zeros in.
the odd guy that deserved it. Now it's every day. And we only hear of the...
I can't fathom being even doesn't matter what part of HRM it is. I don't care if it's in Bridgewater. I don't care if it's,
Actually, Bridgewater's
What'd
probably
you see?
worse.
Did you see the paper today?
Yeah, well, I seen...
Big drug hauler
Yeah.
down there, and they're and those funny stuff.
Well, it's innocent. It's scary. 13-year-old coming up. I don't know. I just clip it onto my... Yeah, that's right. 13-year-old, one of her kids that's just a little bit old.
Say a shout out to Rosemary Doyle.
And you won't...
My grandma's gonna be watching. I'll say hi to her in a minute.
Well,
Are you looking at
work
Dawn?
our way down. I guess it's 25 after.
You didn't even say that you're from what's it called, churro. So I'm gonna
Is
add
it?
that myself.
You wore yours all morning, too. You didn't take it off.
Originally.
Really?
Where am I?
Okay.
Huh.
Go for that.
Kendall didn't fill one out, and Brent didn't fill one out. And Phil didn't fill one out. What can I say about Phil?
Phil, come here.
And you can.
She doesn't know what to say about yourself. I said some things, but she didn't like them.
You can fill us out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No kidding?
I could.
Gotta know everybody and be willing to chit chat.
Yeah.
You're missing an action.
Yeah.
Just give me. I can remember. I have a good memory. I'm a pharmacist.
Guy, I'd like to.
Oh,
I have to memorize things.
what's the questions?
Just about you. Tell me about you.
That would be funny.
Just say you went to the Briar in 2010.
2010.
Oh.
Back in the old days,
All right, good luck, guys. Curling over
get
here.
some smokes going and a couple drinks of rum in them.
Yeah, I need Luke though. He's the technical person. We need the 4. Where are the 4 speakers that we attached to each other?
Scott's got yours too.
When Luke comes, keep him in the booth. Lawyer, Jennifer. Yeah. And Nathan's 6.
How have you been? Great summer. You're a true boy as well.
They're doing the winners? They're doing that? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, they're going to be competitive, and they realize that they're beating all these teams, but they're not beating competitive teams. So I said, girls, this is a huge thing to win.
So they, even though they've been playing in
I know.
a couple
Used to
spiels.
be- Yeah, but that's fine. I thought you know how to play in a super league. I think that's called a super league. So I
Yeah.
think they changed the name.
But yeah, because all these teams play in it. Danny or Andy's not around.
Luke show up? Whatever. Thank you.
Game, Eddie.
I know, everyone says they want 3, and then you have 1. But yeah. You too? I was going to say, do these...
Yes. I brushed my teeth. Thank you. Yeah. Brooms.
Yellow or red?
Were we on the sheet already?
Yeah, last 4 games. This is our 4th game in a row.
Game, Chris.
Same to you. Good curling.
All right, so we're here live at the Mayflower Curling Club. Brent MacDougall versus Chad Stevens. My name's Carly Jones, and I have Glenn McLeod here with me. Today. Hello, Glenn.
Hi, Carly. How are you doing?
Doing good, thanks.
Jamie. Yeah.
Glenn's also playing this weekend with Mark Kehoe. He plays third for him.
Good man.
I'm playing this weekend. I play lead for Kelly McIntosh. And we're both off the ice, so we're doing some commentating.
Girl.
We've got a good game here, Carly. Both Brent MacDougall and Chad Stevens have had good starts to the Cashspiel season, so we're in for a good one.
Definitely. Lots of people here watching today. It's $10 for a weekend pass, and $3 from that goes towards Feed Nova Scotia. Especially with Christmas coming, a lot of families to feed, so it's good that we're able to donate money towards that.
Now, Brent MacDougall is the lead organizer, and he's done a great job with the food bank and acknowledging Dave Jones, who was a longtime manager at Mayflower Curling Club. We lost Dave this year, and the tribute to him has been fantastic, and appreciate Brent's efforts to make that happen.
Can't find a black one? Yeah, I know where it is. It's up there, sitting on the ledge. Chris will get it. Chris knows where it is. That was our black broom. Yeah.
We
It's
got
right
red.
next to the door of the.
Remember, we were in Tuesday in practice. We were throwing them back to back to back, doing the same shot. See any difference? Yeah. Don't everybody keep an eye, but I don't remember seeing anything. It's crazy.
Well, the boys seem to have sorted everything out. They got the rocks sorted out. They got their equipment sorted out. And we're all set to start in the first end.
Yeah.
Have Jamie Danbrook leading off here, playing lead for Brent MacDougall.
Jamie's been a great pickup for Brent's team.
That usually helps us get our makes our life go around.
Jamie and Kendall Thompson are new to the team and bring a lot of strength.
There's also live updates on livecurling.com N by N. So see how the other games are going as well.
Line's perfect. You gotta go, guys. Yep. You gotta go. Yep. Gotta go. I don't want it high. Good.
So, Carly, I think you'll see on this sheet, traditionally the outturn as we're watching it now is pretty straight, and the in-turn will curl. So Brent had, excuse me, edge of the 4-foot for that guard, and now Chad's got middle of the 8-foot and is expecting some curl on this rock.
Definitely, for sure. They just sanded the rocks on Wednesday too, so we've been seeing a little bit more curl than lately.
Roll it off. All right. Good.
Yep, sanded rocks in a curly spot. You're going to get a wreck on the guard.
Chris Grancelli's throwing second rocks for Brent MacDougall this year. Brent and Chris played on the Nova Scotia mixed team last year and came second at the Canadian Nationals.
Yep.
So a few rocks in play. Chad will be pretty happy about that. Nothing clogging up the center right now.
Normal.
Sweep.
Definitely held that one. That's quite a bit there.
Yeah, that's another rock in the curly spot. So the guys did a great job making sure we got by the guard.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah, either it curls there or he rolled it. The release looked like he rolled it, but we'll see if the game goes on.
Well, I think the guys have figured out where it curls, so we should be able to see a lot of offense with the interns going this way.
It'll be interesting to see how much curl will get out of this one.
Yeah, I think Chad's thinking if he gets behind his own guard, if they try a run through and jam it, they'll still have a rock in the rings.
Yeah. Hung on for a biter there.
Yeah, that's not too bad, although the yellow rock up front is out counting it, so it'll take a while before that comes into account.
Throws. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna go, but it really doesn't. Just
Kendall Thompson, like
yeah,
Glenn
but I
said,
mean,
is
even at one point when we go,
curling
yeah,
with Brent
it was
this
like,
year.
it looks like it's good, but it just goes gradual.
Yep, line! Line's good! We got room! Wait as long as you can. Line's perfect, finish it.
Well, Kendall is playing third for Brent, and we have Cameron McKenzie playing third for Chad Stevens, and those two guys were teammates last year.
They also curled juniors together as well.
Oh, very familiar with each other.
Right off. Oh, that's a
Looks like it just threw a little hot.
That was control at least, eh?
Yeah, I think Chad was looking for around board weight and
Yeah, it is less.
control.
That ice is good.
That was controlled at least.
Yep, line. Yep. Hard. Hurry. Hard line, guys. Hard for a maybe. Hard.
You have to be really aggressive and anticipate that curl, Carly. If you wait too long, you're going to get a tick or a wreck, and that's what Brent ended up there.
It's definitely an opportunity here for Chad to sit one buried.
He's got a catcher over there, so if they get aggressive with the line call, they might run into that other yellow rock and be okay.
Might be able to sit two.
Hard! He's not getting a double. Whoa!
Well, you never know. That's in a spot where if you run that front yellow onto it, that red rock's going to spin to the 4-foot.
Yeah,
don't know if we'll get a chance to see that played or not, but not everything's not all lost with that shot.
Didn't go on there. It's not a bad spot.
Really? I
for
thought it was
roll.
quicker.
I can.
Well, Brent
You can really
MacDougall
drive it,
throws
don't know.
a lot of
First hand
practice
draws.
rocks, and I suspect he's been on sheet 6 a lot. I think he'll make a good one here.
So Brent here with his first one. Starting to catch the curl a bit.
I think he's catching the curl. He looks like he's got a little extra rotation, but I don't think that's going to do it.
Ask the guys what you think for draw here. Are you playing this?
The weight was perfect.
So Cameron's looking at that tap up.
He is. Might be a little early. You got a good opportunity here just to draw one in a straightforward way to the top button.
I mean, but we're only going to be top 12 of both our rocks.
He's come here again.
Here.
But if you ever, yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, at best, I might be able to spin something into the 8. No, we're wider, but not crazy.
What ice did you give me?
Close.
No, it wasn't enough.
Room. Room. If you can, but
It's trying to slow down.
yep.
So he shot rock.
Where did he take?
Brent's going to have an opportunity to force Chad to one with a good shot here. Looks like he's taken a lot more ice than he had the first time.
Okay.
I have no idea what weight to throw. I don't know what weight to throw here.
Give us the same stuff.
Brent will have to be in the ballpark, or else they'll go back to that shot that Cameron was
60.
looking at for potentially
Scotty
for
had
3.
a 56.
So Brent will have to get in there
Scotty
and
had a
probably touch the
56.
8 foot.
Phil had a 45, so one of them missed it.
High line!
Looks like they really got to go. Looks like they dragged it far enough that they took the play on the right-hand side of the play.
Yeah, I think they did the trick.
That's not there, eh? I think this way.
We threw it.
So Chad's going to go the same way he had Scott draw.
It's the same line that you took.
It's every once in a while that center line can have a different weight than coming.
Yeah, I actually got an inch more, but same as what I threw, or you want a 60? Yeah. Now,
So he needs full 8 on this one.
Looks like plenty. The guys are just watching it for now. And a little heavy.
Just quicker there.
Opportunity lost for Stevens and a force for MacDougall. Advantage MacDougall right now.
So he's going to start off with going tight here. Some teams early on in the game would like to put it in the house, but with this ice and knowing how it curls, they can definitely be aggressive.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of teams who put this first rock in with a 1-point lead, let the other team put up a corner guard, and then guard the rock you've thrown in the house. Chad's going to be a little more aggressive and make sure that there's a guard in play. And it looks like Phil has overruled him. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I don't think so.
That was our fault, man.
Yeah, it just didn't take any curl, so it went dead straight. I knew at the halfway mark, I knew I had to be heavy because it wasn't curling at all. I was like, yeah.
I didn't think that
Yep, on the board.
One thing to note is that
Go until it's out of the blue.
they're not
I want it
practicing
out of the
before
blue.
the game starts, so it tends to start off quite a bit heavier than you would normally see. And now it's starting to get keener, which is good. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah, there'll be more finesse as the ice keens up a little bit. That is, in most Cashspiels these days, it's a draw to the button, which includes a little bit of practice in order to determine who has last rock in the first end. But this weekend, we're back to the traditional coin flip until the playoffs.
Yep!
And that's really done just to try to keep the schedule going.
If
we
you
don't
can.
want to get too far behind schedule, keep people
If
here
you can. Oh, that's good. That's good anyway. Very nice.
Good shot by Phil there.
Phil's been playing lead for a number of years. He went to the Brier with Ian Fitzner-LeBlanc in 2010.
Yeah, Phil and Scott are a very strong front end. They're fantastic sweepers, good shooters. So Chad's done well to put together this team.
Yep, line!
Definitely bring a lot of talent and experience to the team.
Yes! Line's perfect.
Good shot there. So we got 4 rocks thrown, 4 rocks in play right now. Looks like we're in for a good end.
Looks like Cameron took off to the bathroom.
You know, this is high-end competitive play. The nerves can get you from time to time. Now I'll foreshadow a little visit to the bathroom from Brent MacDougall in the 7th end. That
Sounds about right.
Seen that happen before.
Yep.
Oh, nice shot here.
It's a peach. Definitely gonna have to make a play on those, I'd say.
It's gonna go for the run through, but that yellow rock may catch one of these, or the top red rock.
Intern.
Great shot.
It cleans it up a little bit. Leaves one red rock in there. Let the corner guards in play. That rock's behind the tee line.
Yeah.
Not a bad spot to be in.
Right to here.
Definitely don't want the slip in behind the tee line.
Shots.
I would say that's a little deep, but not too bad.
Close.
Brent's just going to play a little tap on it then.
Close.
Brent has a good chance here. With a little tap, he'll be in a good spot in front of the tee line behind a guard with some backing. So let's see what Chris can do. Looks like he has lots of weight. Oh, weight's coming down. Doesn't look too bad.
Yep. Got him bumping.
That came down a ton.
It did. Good setup shot, though.
Hi.
He didn't take very much ice on that one.
No, this would be the curly spot where the in-turn curl going towards the scoreboard. The out-turn's going to curl coming this way. I think he got away with it. Well, do you know what? There may be a hole here.
It's small, but it's there.
You're just sliding tight still again.
Definitely. Probably throw about
But you slid tight
board
and
weight
soft, so it was
or so.
double combo. Just
Looks like that's what he's
I
calling.
think that's what he went for, board weight. He can sit 2 behind cover with a good one here.
Whoa.
It's hanging out there.
I think he put that back a bit on release. And he's going to touch that outside guard.
Go.
Nope, and it stayed in.
Definitely looked like he set that one back a bit. So another chance for Stevens to put up another guard and cover up his shot stone in the house.
Team Stevens, they're going to put up this guard, but Brent is always going to have some sort of run through to be shot rock, potentially behind cover.
Hey! Hey! Woo! Gotta rub it.
Not a bad spot. Brent might be able to come down with backline weight and move that yellow.
That one really went. That even curled different than your first one.
You could probably even throw almost hack
not
at
really.
it. Curls enough there.
Nuts it.
Yeah.
But it nuts off a little bit.
That's what he's indicating. He was a little concerned
want
he might not
back
be able to see
forward.
enough of it.
Camera. Quick, eh?
4-0.
This is the curly spot, but you have to be careful not to overthrow it, or else it's just not going to move.
Yeah,
It was tight and it was heavy.
Yeah.
So it came off so much off that guard.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Still
weight
wasn't an easy
sensitive.
hole,
Give it
I
a
mean.
little bit of extra weights and they tend to run a bit straighter, that's for sure.
Yep. Hard. Hurry.
This one's
Hard, you
really
gotta go.
going.
Hard. Roll it off, Chris.
That might have been T-line at most.
Yeah, he was probably guarding against overthrowing it and went the other way.
Just a bit, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm a little more positive than him too.
95, we'll see a bit.
Yeah.
Kendall's rock also rolled to a spot that might make it a little tough for Brent to come in here and draw
Halfway tight,
on
yeah.
his last one.
You threw that one good anyway. You got the rock in front of your body. The first one you were doing your old delivery. You had your rock way to the right. Go just think about your delivery.
Again.
That's all you got to think about. About what we work on.
Okay, you can go now.
We'll score here. Don't worry.
Yep.
You can get two.
Whoa!
I'll make something here.
Now. No, it's good.
Oh yeah. Have a look at it, but I think they are. Yeah.
Good shot there by Chad.
Great shot.
Does not want to stop curling. And halfway, it didn't look like you were curling enough.
Yeah. Why don't we? Where do I got to hit it here?
Half a rock.
Got it right here. I didn't really look at it.
Right there with control.
Because even for one, I still like
Yeah.
Brent's playing a pretty aggressive shot here, trying to sit two behind cover with this raise to the one in the 4-foot. I might be tempted to draw one in there first and save this one for the last shot, but Brent's feeling good about throwing it now.
Yeah.
Definitely if he feels
That
good
should be
about
good,
it,
eh?
if he thinks he can make it.
Confidence
Go
is
for
a
it.
huge thing, yeah.
So he said he's going to throw about control here. Just a easy hit.
Close.
It's close. Get up there.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's hanging out there. It's trying.
Beautiful shot.
Awesome.
Jeez, it looked like it wasn't going to come for the longest time, and then it just.
Fuck,
Thank
we're
you.
dead.
Gotta feel good about that one.
Yeah. Well, that used to be our control, remember?
It's not there. Eh?
Yeah.
You can't get there.
There's a good example where Chris Grancelli was a little light. He didn't get shot rock right off the bat, but it was a great setup shot and let Brent do his thing, and now Team MacDougall two
Either
behind
run it
cover.
or straight draw.
If you're heavy, you would
Yeah.
You got to get mid-gear and then go to the back too. But I can't
Well.
look at not getting free right now.
What are we sitting to?
Yeah. Just squeak by that one. Even right there is pretty good.
That's actually a shot.
Yeah.
Right there. Then he can't hit it.
And Chad is going to wish that he had
just go back to the basics,
gotten
brother.
his 2 in the first end now that he's into a bit of a pickle here.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's you had it out here.
He's gonna have to make a good
Steady
one
in
here, or
here.
else
Top four,
he's
just bite
facing
top
him
four.
at 3.
Yeah, you've been slowly going back.
75, 80.
Back to that the last 4 or 5 days. But the last one you threw was perfect, by the way. Just need a little bit more weight. That's all. Yeah. Yeah.
Top.
Line's looking all right.
Sweepers like the weight. Back 4 foot is pretty good. Oh, they might have left it a little bit. Should be a board weight hit for 3 for Brent.
Same weight? I like the same weight. I think you gotta give here. They've been hanging a hair. I can't see that hitting the guard right there.
Okay.
It's a huge opportunity for 3 early on.
Just control, like I just threw. That's enough ice to get by that guard. Cut.
Do you think it's going to curl here, Glenn?
I do. I think he's got to be aggressive with the release. So that means just making sure he's out to the stick, let it hang for a little bit, and then have that faith that it is going to cross the center line.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Trying. Great shot.
3 for Team MacDougall. A great end. A skipper's 3. They were looking fantastic. Then Brent came
I
through.
threw it nice and clean, so it moved.
3 yellows.
Yeah. Good job.
So for anyone just joining us, we're here at the Mayflower Curling Club for the Dave Jones Molson's Mayflower Cashspiel.
No,
You can come down
we
here
got
for
3.
the
That's
weekend
main
for
team
$10. $3 goes towards Feed Nova Scotia,
Oh.
and a single game pass for
I'm not doing that
$4
again, am I?
if you bring a non-perishable food item, such as a can of soup or some craft dinner.
Nice, bud.
For those people
Just
who
had to skip your
were
first
a little
one or your
nostalgic,
second one,
on
just had to
sheet
keep
3 we've
sweeping
got
it.
Paul
Even if
Fleming
it's back
playing
foot.
Alan O'Leary. That's a replay of the 2000 provincial tankard final. In that provincial, Fleming played O'Leary 5 times in the playdowns and took 3 out of the 5 and went on to the Briar.
Wow.
A lot has gone on since then, but both those guys are amongst the most competitive people you'll ever go up against in curling.
Bite the 4.
Also very sportsmanlike gentlemen as well.
Yes, very good guys. When you go through the battles, you gain a lot of respect, and there is time in between games where you get to know each other, and some great friendships are made. I think it's the same way on the women's side.
Definitely, for sure. Especially out here in the Maritimes, everyone's extremely friendly, and it's a wonderful time.
So pretty standard pattern. First one to the 4 foot. Corner guard goes up. Having given up a 3, Chad will be looking to get a couple of points here.
We got lots of line, but I want it tight too, though, so let's not worry about line. Got to go for line and weight, guys. Really got to go for line. Good sweeping. The swingy ice, that may well not even be a, which is good. It makes it more fun, right?
Phil Kroll looking to play a freeze on this yellow one. Sweepers, just through their mannerisms, think that it's got plenty of weight. Looks like Chad's going to plan B and trying to take it behind, and 90% of the time you end up ticking and being in the open. Brent's going to hit, but this could be a chance to be aggressive if he wanted to and put a second one behind cover. Chad's just going to come down and play that same shot he played previously.
Yep, gotta go!
This might be a bit of a scoreboard play.
Whoa! Whoa!
Let's see if this one catches the curl.
Little light there, so that would make a curl. Now Brent, I think he will throw a second one in there.
Definitely a good situation.
You could get to there! If you could, it's that way.
It's got the center covered.
Yeah, exactly.
Chad's gonna have to do something to open it up a bit so he has something to work with come skip stones.
Yeah, it's still pretty early in the game, so Chad's going to have to think about whether he wants to put it all on the line in the third end or open it up a bit, maybe bail and see what the fourth end might hold for him.
Yep, okay, well, bags of room. Line's real good. Okay. Big bump? Okay, let's bump it.
A little heavy, but
okay.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, great line.
It was a great chance to really stick it to Team Stevens.
He's got that hole, but I mean, if you ever miss it.
But still, I'd rather be in MacDougall's spot than Stevens' spot right now. Scott Zachary is pretty accurate with the big weight shot, so he's going to try a run through.
It's definitely his forte. What other options do you think there are right now, Glenn?
Well, the double peel of the yellow and the red would be pretty good. Then there's what Brett could do is put one guard back, and with only one guard in play, you'd be able to get at either one of those yellows in the back. So this is, Scott really has to make this, or Brent can come back with a second guard and be in the catbird seat. Well, I saw Scott show a little frustration, but I think that's a pretty good shot. He's got a red one behind cover. Now the rings are closed off a bit for Brent, and Chad's going to have a chance to maneuver some rocks and possibly get a couple points here.
Whoa! It's got a curl. We're there. Okay, line's better now. Still has to curl. We're heavy.
Looks a little heavy.
Yeah, this is going to make
Really
Scott's
heavy.
shot look even that
Lock
much
right
better.
on it. Just lock right on it.
So Chad now can, he could blast those yellow rocks and sit one behind cover, or he could play it soft and keep some yellows around and put some reds in some good spots. Kendall doesn't look too pleased. He won't even look at the result that he just put up there, but he has a chance to make a good one on his next one.
You gotta throw normal.
Looks like they're playing the blast.
Gonna try to get a roll over.
So good shot. The yellows are off the forefoot. We've got a red pretty much buried. Team Stevens will be happy with the situation now. It wasn't looking so great a few rocks ago.
Looks like Brent's opting for the long run back here. It's an interesting call.
It is. I thought he might try to corner freeze that red one.
Especially because he doesn't have hammers. So.
Yeah! Whoa! 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 Yes! Whoa! Whoa!
It's a
Great shot by Kendall. Yeah, he'll feel pretty good about that result. One thing about curling, Carly, whether it's the right shot or the wrong shot, if you make it, it feels like the right shot at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Oh, it was regular. Yeah, it was regular. That's what we wanted. Later.
Almost looked like a pick there.
It may have picked. You see the Chris Grancelli just cleaning up the ice a little bit.
That's unfortunate.
That takes away the in-turn draw from him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, can you get there? I don't think so.
Why don't we come right here?
Chris
Yeah.
did roll. Just T-line. You only need to move it a couple inches to make his draw lock on.
So it looked like Brent was calling right in the forefoot.
More ice.
If it curled a little bit, you'd play the tap, but this is the straighter side, so he's just going to make the play directly to the
Just
forefoot.
a small tap.
Yeah, even if you dead froze to it or something, off that.
You know what? I might tap it in the open if I tap it, eh?
Well, that's why we're saying.
Yeah. That's the same ice I gave you, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Virtually.
He definitely doesn't want to be too heavy on this one. Like he just said, you don't want to tap it into the open and leave him an opportunity. He's sitting pretty good right now.
Yeah, even if he ended up just freezing for that top one, Chad's still going to be he's going to be challenged to get shot rock.
Line's perfect. Line's perfect.
Oh, he is playing the tap.
And the weight looks good too.
The weight looks good.
Hard.
The line is perfect.
It's a great shot.
Good shot, yeah.
Pistol. You know what? I'll tell you a funny story. As I'm kicking out, I realized that isn't the same ice. I gave it that much more, so as I get out, I give it a little push.
I like that.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Brent is a very animated man.
No.
He is, and he's exposing the secret
No,
that all
right,
curlers
right,
have is when you're sliding out, you make a lot of decisions on the fly.
Yeah, we're sitting. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're heavy there and you pop it into the open, we let him off the hook.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You can drop it over the hog line and be better off.
Yeah. I'll tell you, from back there doesn't look like there's an in-turn hole, but when you sit in the hack, it looks like there is an in-turn hole. Yeah. Yeah, I threw that a little on the high side of your broom there.
So it looks like Chad's going to try to run this red one into the yellows.
Yeah, I was saying to Chris,
The one good thing is that he saw that on Scott Zachary's shot, so they should know the line pretty good.
Now I gave him a little more. I made sure I was on the high side.
We'll still be one if he makes a shot.
He's going to be in some trouble if he doesn't make this one.
Well, he's trying to run back, right?
Yeah, run over.
See where our shooter ends up. See where our shot rock ends up. I don't think he has enough ice for the shot anyway.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
Wow. Definitely got a little lucky on that one too, but
Okay, draw right to here.
So Chad Stevens just made a great shot, a great result to get one buried. That's what happens when you keep some rocks in play. You have options.
that was fantastic.
Yeah, you're right, the tap. Yeah, tap.
That result could have been a 4-point swing. That didn't look great coming down there. It looked he was a little narrow from where he wanted to hit it, but with coming off that other red one and getting the nice wick into the yellows, he's sitting pretty. So potential 4-point swing because of that shot.
That was huge. This looks like he's just playing the same shot as the last one there.
I think so. He should have a good feel for it.
Line's getting real good. Line's good.
That was a good attempt, but Chad's going to be able to come down and take out that yellow and get a deuce.
Just had to curl up an inch, okay?
Well, we went from Stevens having a tough time getting one to
I know.
Probably getting two now.
Yes, that's the emotional roller coaster that can happen out here. If you ever make bets halfway through an end, you could win or lose a lot of money.
Square on the nose, tap it back.
Yeah, we didn't even move that far. We just
Yeah.
I should have taken control.
Two red, the skipper's deuce.
I'll have me room. Good end. Well played. No, well played end.
Tie
well
game
played
after
end.
3.
The ice is holding up pretty good in the fourth end. I think we'll see some pretty aggressive play. You find that the play is better in the first few ends when the ice is fresh. It starts to come back a little bit in the speed in the later ends, and it's much better to be in the lead, of course. But when you're trying to play finesse in a comeback situation late in the game, it can be a little tough when the ice is slowing down just a hair.
Yeah, definitely. It starts fudging up a little bit, and you start noticing rocks are slowing down sooner.
What happens when you get a bunch of rocks?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if we don't sweep my second one, you know.
That's right.
They thought it was light. If we don't sweep it, we make the straight tap back, we get one, or you'd have to draw through the hole.
So Chad is pretty relieved, and Brent is lamenting what may have been, but they both just got to keep it together, and we got a tie game. It's kind of a restart for each team.
Especially now that everyone has more of a feel for the ice. Be a bit more aggressive, and
Brent's going back over here with the outturned corner guard, and this was the setup that basically got him his 3 points in the second end. So he likes the look of this. They're going to give this rock the stare to see if it can stop short, and it doesn't. So Chad Stevens' team will be able to hit this if they want.
Yep, whatever you say.
nice roll to the center would be good here. Be a good setup for Stevens.
Right on.
This one's hanging out a little bit. Might have to watch the jam. And we are watching the jam.
Throw that well.
Good spot for Brent. He'll get a corner guard. He'll have two corner guards. Chad will have to decide whether he wants to peel the end out or try to take away those guards by drawing in first. Good shot by Jamie. He's the ice maker over at CFB Halifax Curling Club, so he's going to be a big help in helping Brent and the team understand what's going on with the ice conditions.
Definitely, for sure, especially with the rocks being sanded. It's definitely its expertise to predict more how they're going to curl and what to expect from the rocks.
I like it right where it is.
Okay.
I'm trying to get them to get it out of the blue. So I gave you less ice.
Oh, you gave me more in my second one.
No, I didn't. I gave you less. I gave you that on my first one. That's why I gave you the second one. The first one they just overswept.
Scott Zachary's trying to come around here.
Okay. No, you threw it good. I mean, they just
So it
overswept
looks like
it.
Chad's going to say the best defense is a good offense and try to get in behind the guard first.
Just remind me, that's where we need the broom in this end.
Very good shot by Scott. Now, we may have heard that conversation between Brent and Jamie Danbrook about where to put the corner guards, and that's kind of symptomatic of players who are just playing with each other for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to sort out exactly where rock placement
Line's
should be,
good.
what Brent
Got
likes
a
to see,
curl.
what Jamie likes to throw.
Yeah.
It's got a curl. Line's getting real good. If we have no bump, line's perfect.
That was just a little heavy. I think Chad's going to be able to take that yellow out with hack weight.
Sounds like he's playing hack.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has more than hack, but he was a little tight. That's not a bad combination.
Looks close. Should be fine.
Good shot by
Great
Scott.
shot.
Whoa! Whoa, we're out there, guys. Whoa. Yep. 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 Hurry. Hurry. Okay, we had to try something.
That one didn't seem to catch a curl like the other ones have been there.
No, I don't know if there's a little more weight than what Brent was expecting. There's a fine line. It's either at board weight or control weight where the rocks will not curl that much, and that's typical on most ice sheets.
How much can you see?
So he'd like to get the inside roll there. If it hangs out too, he could roll the other way.
Yes, this is the straighter turn. So the other shot would be to draw right beside it on the out turn behind the guard.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Sit.
I'm surprised he didn't play the draw there. He's been playing that draw.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times today, and it was a good chance to be aggressive, get behind the guard. It's always easier to get behind a guard with a straightforward draw than it is for the hit and roll, especially in a straight spot like that. So as of right now, Chad's looking good to potentially force Brent to one. A few rocks to play yet.
That is curling.
Good shot by Cameron. Brent can still draw around that, though. The way that one curled and the other ones we've seen, Brent can be behind cover. And in fact, with a really well-thrown rock, that red one turns into be a guard.
Can you sweep it? Yep. Yes, if you can. Yep. Yep. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go line. Gotta go. Gotta go hard. Hard. Whoa. 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 I waited as long as I could.
That little rub helped.
Good judge of weight.
That was the slightest of rubs, but I think they made the most of it. It stayed in the 8-foot. It's partially buried. And Chad's going to have to make a good one to get rid of it.
I waited as long as I could.
Oh, yeah.
I almost waited too long.
Oh, it's heavy for days.
Good shot by Chad there. He didn't want to nose hit it because that would give Brent a chance to freeze down to it.
I think the draw is still our best option for you, too.
That was a great shot. Definitely wanted to roll towards the center. Still has the opportunity, though, for the draw. It's looking to sink one in here and hopefully get a chance for 2.
Like that ice? Me too.
Well, the good thing will be even if
what's his
even
speed
if
like?
Chad's able to knock it out, Brent will have had a chance to throw a draw, and on his last shot, he should have draw weight in his back pocket. But the way this curls, like I mentioned before, if he just gets by that red, he can be 3/4 buried behind 2 guards and have a crack at a deuce. They should be trying to take this very deep if they can. I don't think it's going to curl enough to bother Chad that much.
Chad's going to have the same shot then. Whether he rolls or noses.
This one, it might be a little better just to nose, and if he could roll under just a little bit, then it's going to force Brent to draw to a different path.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yours walked across there.
Surprising. We're playing the roll that way.
Yeah, I sensed a little panic in the sweeping call, but they seem to have lots of room there.
Control. Hey, should be good, eh? Yeah, it is good, actually.
So Brent's coming right down Main Street. He's just got to have faith that it's going to curl. You don't want to get complacent and get a soft release in this curly spot. It could over curl and leave Chad counting a few. So he's got to be good out to the stick on this one. Good shot by Brent MacDougall.
Thank you. Kendall, I'm going to go to the...
I think Brent's off to the loo a little early this game, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. He's just hoping Kendall doesn't screw anything up while he's gone.
It's 4-3 here for Brent MacDougall going into the 5th then. It's been a pretty good first half.
Yeah, both teams will be pretty happy with where they are right now. Chad will be happy that they're not upstairs having to drink because it wasn't looking good for a while. And Brent has the lead, so he's feeling pretty good about things right now too. Phil Kroll throwing up the corner guard. This one isn't moving off the center line. Well, it's moving a little bit there now, but that one will clog the 4-foot line a little bit. Team MacDougall will be able to put up a guard, and
Nice release.
Chad will have to think about what he does next.
Yeah, weight's nice. Wanna go? Wanna go?
It's a little long, but does the trick. Chad's gonna look to just sit on top of the yellow rock in the rings.
He's taken a fair bit of ice here, and we've been talking about this as the straight side. But I think that's because Phil Kroll's a left-hander, so he's thrown his in-turn. And for pretty much all curlers, their in-turns are going to curl more than their out-turns. So this is Chad knowing his guy and icing him accordingly. This one's hung out a bit, and that was really a weight issue, not an ice issue. A little heavy on that one.
No. Because we're up by 1. So what? No. Control.
We saw Kendall mention there.
We gotta hope it curls. We're on the nose.
He wants to
so no
jog
matter
down
what
to
you
it.
do, we're nose.
I think
we're
I think the
nose.
hit's
We're
the right
nose.
call.
We're nose. Doesn't matter.
Well, I think Brent's playing the scoreboard. He's up a point. The easier shot is the hit. Let Team Stevens try to make the hard shots.
Especially because Team Stevens does have the hammer. You don't necessarily want to leave rocks that are in the top 4 in the rings. Definitely want to move them out of the way.
Now we have Scott Zachary throwing, and look how little ice Chad has taken here. So Scott's out turn, going to throw a fair bit of weight, try to get to the inside. Line looks pretty good. And great shot by Scott. He's made a couple pistols this game.
How much of that can you see?
He definitely owns the second position. He's been playing second for quite a number of years now.
Yes, he'd be in the top 2, 3, or 4 in the province at second stone. He's got the shots, and he's fit. He's got the sweeping ability. Pretty easy guy to get along with as well. So that's, there's the trifecta right there.
Yep! Hurry! Hard! Hurry hard! Hard!
A close one by Grancelli, but this result leaves Chad in a pretty good spot. So I think he's just playing the draw. He had indicated perhaps a split, but those splits are tough. You can end up putting rocks side by side and leaving an easy double, and your end is lost. So I think a draw half buried on the center line is pretty good here. It's a little light, and he's left a bit of a hole. So not his best result, but it's not horrible either.
It's still going to be tough for him to get in there. Looks like he's calling normal hit weight.
Whoa!
Sweepers are indicating it has lots of weight. Just has to curl an inch or two. And it didn't. This is going to give Team Stevens another chance to get in there. If they do a little tap and stay half buried or just draw half buried, they're going to be in a great position. Not the best result. Cameron won't be thrilled with that. It's still looking okay for red, but there's a chance.
How much can you see? How much can you see it all?
And you heard Phil there too. When they're sweeping it, he noticed it was heavy and he wanted to make sure that the two red rocks were separated.
I'd love to throw control.
All the best front ends do a lot of communicating, and even though you're not necessarily making the best shot as designed, if you talk through it, you can get the best result.
Help! Hard! Really gotta go!
Looks like he just threw it light. I believe the call was for control.
Yeah, that one was in the 4-foot path the whole way, so we may be starting just to see the ice come back a little bit. But that was pretty far off the mark weight-wise.
It'll be interesting to see if they start talking about that.
You keep having reminding yourself about adding 3 feet and then adding 5 feet as the game progresses. I would say Cameron McKenzie has a slight advantage in the former teammate battle at the third position.
Cameron's definitely been playing third for a lot longer. Kendall's played third, but not as long as Cameron has. Cameron's consistently been third throughout juniors and throughout men's for the past few years.
Now, Kendall's been, he's played a lot of the positions since I've seen him come into some of the men's spiels when he was a junior and then coming up through the ranks. So I think he's settling into the third position. He's a good player. That's a good position for him. Seconds and thirds can interchange a lot, and both Cameron and Kendall have the ability to throw the up weight and the finesse game. So they're in their good positions right now, I think, on these teams. Team Stevens sitting 4, Brent MacDougall can draw down and take a lot of these rocks out of play with a good freeze.
It's definitely a good opportunity for him. If he can lock one on, it's going to be tough to get out.
Brent's strength is his draw game, so I expect him to be close on this one.
Just stick it right on top of it.
You hear the front end giving a couple of words of encouragement. That's always good to get your skipper in a good frame of mind before he's about to throw a pressure shot.
Line's perfect.
It's catching the curl now. Looks like it's going to be really good.
It looks pretty good. He might have lost the angle a little bit. The way this curls, Chad Stevens may be able to move it out. At least move it out of the 4 foot.
Try to hold the nose.
But that was a good shot by Brent.
Just had to sweep it.
Yeah, you definitely should be able to get rid of it, especially with that long guard and the way it curls there. You should be able to get to it.
So Chad's playing the intern. I think we'll see Scott Sacre. He'll take the inside of the rock with the sweeping. Just trying to gain every little advantage you can get. That inside sweeper, and depending which turn you're throwing, it can make a difference. So these guys are experienced. I think we'll see Scott on the inside of the rock. And there we go.
Some great brushing.
Great brushing.
Right?
Who knows if Phil had been on the inside with that turn, it might have been a different outcome because that one just squeaked by the guard. So good job by the team. That's a team shot on that one.
No, it's not that easy. Yeah, you just gotta be right here.
What else do you like?
That's all you have. Other than that, or skinny off that onto this.
This is a big shot.
Big shot. We're playing to Brent's strengths here on the draw, but doesn't have a lot of room to play with. He'll want a piece of the button, partially frozen.
If he doesn't make this perfect, he's looking at giving up possibly a big end here.
Yep! You gotta go, line! Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. No.
That one was curling a lot. I'm not sure if the sweepers could have saved that one.
No, it got into that 4 foot path early, and it will, even though this is the straighter side, it's still got curl to it. So that might have been just a little tight to the broom. Weight was in the ballpark, might not have been right to the tee line. But this is a draw for 6 for Chad Stevens.
It's not that often with the guys at the level of play they're at, you see big ends like this.
No, usually you get a few tries throughout the end in order to cut the other team down. So there's not the big fear of leaving rocks in play because you're comfortable there. You can make a double or perhaps a freeze to reduce the end. But a couple of things go wrong, and there's a lot of red left now.
I think it's going to be handshakes.
Good win by Team Stevens. They held on early. It wasn't looking great in a couple of ends, but Chad himself made a couple of shots.
How many did you get there?
And now we have a win for Team Stevens.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Good game. Thank you. Good game. Thank you. Good game.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So we're just going to take a peek over at sheet 5 here. We have Tanya Hilliard playing against Andrea Crawford. Tanya's team plays out CFB Halifax here in Nova Scotia, and Andrea Crawford is the reigning New Brunswick provincial champion, looking to represent New Brunswick at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts this year in Montreal.
Team Crawford has a lot of experience. We see them on TV a lot. They're perennial contenders at the Scotties. So a high caliber team here at the Dave Jones Mayflower Classic. And Team Hilliard, they've got a couple of new faces on the team this year, but they do well in the Cashspiel circuit as well.
Both teams are young, and they both work really hard at the game. And it shows because they do well in most tournaments that they play in.
So as we're joining Andrea Crawford's team, look like they're in pretty good control, up 6-2.
No.
So Team Hilliard are going to throw draws in there, and Team Crawford are going to try to knock them out.
Yeah, maybe it did. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Who knows? Oh, yeah. We got a 10 on us. We got a 6 on us. No. Yeah.
The Hilliard team has a chance to draw into the pocket here, start to generate a little offense. I have to say, some of these young ladies curlers just have A+ mechanics. They throw the rock really well. This will be a straightforward hit for Team Crawford.
Tanya's team's definitely going to want to take 2 here for sure. With only 2 more ends left after that, they're going to have to go hard.
Rebecca Atkinson is throwing the rock now, and she's been with Team Crawford for a couple of years. She's a real strong hitter. And they're going to try to hit it on the center line side and roll towards their own, set up better angles on the remaining yellow rocks in the rings. Pretty much like that.
It's a great shot.
Amanda Simpson throwing this stone. It looks like it's over curling a little bit, but that won't be horrible. If she gets a little rub, maybe get behind that guard. Well, a little heavy. So certainly advantage yellow, and Team Crawford's going to go from defense to offense. Sweepers will want to bring this pretty tight to the house. Good looking shot right now from both line and weight. And Hilliard is probably going to have to draw to the button. And then if they want to, draw to the button again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough for them to get in there.
Well, she thinks there might be a hole on the outturn side, so maybe spoke too soon on the draw.
From the looks up here, it looks like she could probably see maybe a third of it, depending on what weight she throws. Should be able to at least get some movement, try to get the rocks behind the tee line and use them later on.
That's a good shot. Moves rocks out of the 4 foot or away, at least from the top of the button. Opens up some playing area for Tanya Hilliard to come in on her shots, possibly score 2, at least try to score 1.
I find that sometimes there's a fine line between when it's appropriate to go offensive or not, especially when you're up 4 points like Andrea is. Another option she could have played earlier was to peel the corner guard. Now she's in a situation where she might be giving up 2. It's hard to say. But a couple of good shots here and she should be fine.
But certainly she has to be pretty particular on where this rock ends up, or else Hilliard will have some opportunity. I think what she wants to do is keep it about 3/4 open, so if Hilliard does happen to find a way to get behind that guard on the button, that Andrea could come down and play the hit, a little short run back and knock it out. A good looking shot. It's almost fully buried, but that's going to leave Team Hilliard the chance to either chap and lie or hit and roll, and that rock that Andrea just threw will turn into a guard advantage to Team Hilliard if that happens. So this is one, that's a shot that it looked good, but the result isn't exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah, it definitely curled more than I think she expected it to. But again, with the changing ice conditions later on in the game, you'll probably notice that.
Yeah, that same throw in the second end might have worked out perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough for the sweepers to know exactly when or how much the ice may slow down, so it's really a cat and mouse thing where you're trying to figure out how does it feel under your feet. Do you hear pebble breaking? When you get out to the fresh stuff outside the 4 foot line, you can actually hear how the rock is running and make some decisions off that.
Just a little tight on that one, and it's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that was pretty much the one crack I think Tanya was going to have to be in a good spot here. So she'll be fighting hard to get her 1 point now. Team Crawford's just going to throw the straight guard. There will be a hit and roll off the wide rocks for Team Hilliard if they need it. I don't know if there'll be a draw available if Team Crawford puts up a good guard.
Great shot.
Line looks good.
It's perfect.
Mission accomplished there.
It definitely looks like it's the only way she's going to be able to get to the button is by playing off her own. Don't think there's a hole there on the left, so.
No, I think this is it. It's a pretty flat roll. Maybe normal weight will be able to get the back of the button.
Just needs to catch a piece of the button, so. Not too much room for error on this one.
No, if she's wide, of course, with a score like this, it may not matter too much anyway. But the way those rocks are angled, that yellow rock's going to come back on the red a little bit, and it could put another point on the board for yellow. But I expect Tanya not to be wide. She'll want to be pretty aggressive and try to make this shot, try to get the low side, as they say, and roll towards the button. Well, she was aggressively low side, so she didn't cheapen herself. And there are the handshakes. Team Crawford wins the game. We switched to this one, but I think we're going to interview Cameron off Chad's team.
Can you bring that seat over to there?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, just over there, and then you guys can kind of promo the next game. And switch over, hit well, not yet. What? No, sorry. No, I'm bringing the camera over onto you guys.
Oh.
For the next game. Do you know how to who's playing?
Who's playing?
Carly Dishman and Zaise Dishman and Colleen Pinckney.
Okay.
Carly Dishman and Colleen Pinckney.
Alright, put the headsets on. Look all professional.
Well, in the next televised game, we're going to have Coralie Dushman from Sydney, Nova Scotia, playing Colleen Pinckney from Truro. Should be a great game. I know Colleen Pinckney is a Canadian seniors champion, been to the Worlds. They are high-end talent, and Coralie Dushman is a perennial contender, Carly, in Nova Scotia women's play. She's been to the Scotties a number of times and always makes some noise when she's there, so I'm looking forward to that game.
Definitely. Every year you tend to see Coralie sneak in there, and definitely got to watch out for her because we don't get to see her play as much as everybody else does throughout the year just because they're in Sydney, Nova Scotia, which is quite far away from Halifax. And again, Colleen Pinckney's team, they're incredible. They're the reigning senior champions in Canada, and they work extremely hard at the game, and I definitely think we'll see some good shot making.
Yeah, Coralie Dushman's team, like you say, we don't see them all the time, but when they show up, they play well. They really don't have any fear, and I believe they feel like they have a point to make, which is you may not see us a lot, but we're pretty good, and we make good curlers up in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and of course Pinckney's team, they're a machine, and they're fun to watch. They do everything well. They're a unit in every sense of the word. They work well together. So this is going to be a great matchup of those who are established in the game and have a high profile versus those who are really good and want to come and make some noise against some of the best players in the world.
Well, thanks for joining me today, Glenn. It was great.
Thank you,
Had a lot of
Carly.
fun.
Yeah, we had some good curling too. It was a little bit back and forth, and for a while there we didn't know who was going to win it, but I thought Chad Stevens held on well to take this game against Team MacDougall.
Especially after giving up 3. It's sometimes tough to bounce back, but they persevered and got their 6, and away they went.
Away they went. So they're looking good for the playoff round. We'll have to see how it shakes out in these round robins. You never quite know till the last draw and how it's going to shake out, but after an early hiccup, Team Stevens seems to have found their way.
So if you're not in the Halifax area, you can tune in to watch a live feed either through the link to YouTube. That's at 5:30, and again, Coralie Dushman versus Colleen Pinckney. Also, you can check out livecurling.com and you can check out the scores on there, or if you're in the area, drop into the Mayflower Curling Club. There's lots of people down here watching. Admission's only $4 if you bring a perishable food item. And if you get a weekend pass, it's only $10 with $3 going towards Feed Nova Scotia. So,
well, thanks, Carly, for having me. Look forward to this afternoon's game. And, hey, good luck to you and your team for the rest of the way.
You too. Also, to say I'll be here commentating with Paul Fleming at 5:30 as well. So that should be a...
That'll be good. Paul's been through a lot of wars, and he likes to talk, so that's a good combination for the commentary.
Great. Okay, let's call it a day.
All right, good job.
That was so fun.
Yeah, that was great, I think.
I've never done anything like this before.
No, me neither.
You're so good.
You were great. You kept things going. No, that was good. This Illumizorb ceiling's a bit of a pain.